for attending to the class today. Thank you very much for being present because attendance is super essential to be able to ask questions and clarify doubts, etc. Today is June the 30th, and we are going to have our class of Unit 14, the last unit of the semester. So remember that in the previous lessons, let me show you something we were doing. In the previous lesson that was using Aula Virtual, I included a PDF, a PowerPoint presentation, not a PDF. I don't know if you had access, ladies. Did you have access to the information using Aula Virtual? Did you have time to see it, Catalina and Javiera?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Because that was the summary of Unit 13 in relation to life experiences, the use of the present perfect in general. There were also conversation examples for you for giving recommendations. And since last class was all about how to start and finish a conversation, I made a difference and also an image of our last class. So let me see who is entering the room. Pia. Hello, Pia. Welcome to the class. Now, we were saying, Pia, is Pia in the class? Yes. Hello, Pia. We were saying that using Aula Virtual, you can see all the summary of unit number 13. But today, we are not going to be working with unit 13. We're going to be working with our new unit. That is unit number 14. But to work with unit number 14, girls, I'm going to introduce it with another presentation, and then we are going to go to the book activities, all right? It is going to be 14.1. What is our main focus in unit 14.1? Is that we are going to be talking about how to express choices, opinion, in relation to level of satisfaction. So let me explain it in simpler words. When you talk about levels of satisfaction, you use too much or not enough. But we don't know. Oh, let me see. Somebody is trying to enter the class. Gustavo. So I was missing Gustavo. Gustavo is present in all the classes. So I didn't know why you were not here. Gustavo, welcome to the class. I was talking to Pia, Javier, and Catalina that using Aula Virtual, you can see the summary of unit number 13, and that today we start with unit number 14, 14.1, that is about choices, expressing opinion, and level of satisfaction. How are you, Gustavo?
Fine.
You're fine? Good. Good to know that you're okay, that you're all doing fine in this cold morning. In relation to level of satisfaction, then, we are going to be talking about the use of too, like in too much or too many, and not enough or enough. So what does it say here? That most of them are used to talk about the quantity of something. It could be something tangible, like in the number of books on a shelf, or it could be something intangible, like the feeling of love of a person. So it is too much or too many, enough or not enough is going to be for any kind of noun. So I'm going to ask Pia, can you read the definition of too and too much?
¿Te escucha?
Yes, now I hear you. ¿Sí se escucha, Pia?
While both too much and not enough are used to describe quantities of something.
Yes, but both too much and not enough are used to describe quantities of something. So we express quantity of something. Now let me ask you. This is a question for Javiera. Javiera, if I tell you that is too much, or we have got too many books in the shelf, is that positive or negative connotation in your opinion, Javiera?
¿Me lo podría repetir, por favor?
Yes, of course. Now listen to these examples of two, all right? Listen to these two examples. There are too many books on this table. Or there is too much information for the test. Is that positive or something negative?
Negative.
Negative, right? So remember that we use too for negative things. People in general get confused because in Spanish we say, hay mucha información o hay hartas cosas. And we use mucha or harta. But we think that too much, is used for muy or harta, like in Spanish, but it is like demasiado. When we say demasiado in Spanish, we're saying that it is excessive amount. So it is a negative connotation. Thank you. Now, let's go with Gustavo. Can you read the definition of enough and not enough?
Okay, me.
Thank you.
When something is enough, it means that it's a satisfactory level or quantity.
Exactly. As Gustavo says, we use enough or not enough to talk about the exact number of something. So, for example, if I say, there is enough food, we don't need to buy more. We are saying there is sufficient food in the kitchen. So it is not necessary to buy more. But if I say there isn't enough, there is not enough, I'm saying that we need more because it is not sufficient. But those sentences just give you something, a level of satisfaction that is like regular. It's not excessive, it's not too little. Now look at these examples. Here it says adverb, the meaning, and the use of it, and some explanation with examples. Can you see it? Let me see the names because I forget. Javiera, Pia, Gustavo, and Catalina. I was forgetting Catalina. Hello, Catalina. Catalina, are you there? Oh, I think that you don't have the microphone. Do you have a microphone, Catalina? No, I don't think so, because Catalina is always writing in the chat. Catalina, yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Beautiful voice. Do you have like a radio voice, Catalina? Okay, so let's talk about examples and the explanation. Can you please read two with the meaning, the grammar explanation, the use, and the examples?
¿Quiere que lea todo eso?
The part of two.
Mm,
Can you try?
¿Los ejemplos nomás? ¿O todo?
No. To, significado. Muy.
To significa muy. La gramática es to más el adjective. Se usa para hablar acerca de algo que existe más de lo necesario o requerido. Por ejemplo, it's too hot today. He drives too fast. The red dress was too expensive. I worked too hard to get results.
Results. Very good. Excellent, Red Catalina. Do you understand the use of the adjective next to to?
Sí.
Yes, very good. So you can use to with an adjective. And those are the examples. Excellent. Thank you. Javiera, can you read not enough?
Not enough significa insuficiente. Es not más enough más noun.
Noun means sustantivo, por si acaso.
Not más adjective más enough. Es lo opuesto a to, es para hablar algo que no hay en lo necesitado o requerido. There is too enough food for everyone. She doesn't have enough money to buy the tablet. Jimmy was not old enough for that game. We didn't have enough time to go shopping.
Exactly, to go shopping. Remember the pronunciation for shopping. But very good, congratulations. Do you understand the concept of enough?
Yes.
Not enough, right? Okay, so remember, not enough means not sufficient. There is not enough. And as you can see, all the sentences are written in negative. There is not, she doesn't, was not, didn't. Okay, so you always use not enough as a negative sentence to say not sufficient. Thank you. Pia, can you read too much?
Too much.
Mhm,
Significa mucha o mucho.
mhm.
La gramática es too much más non-count noun. Eso es sustantivo.
Noun means sustantivo, yes.
No
Non-count,
contable.
exactly, uncountable noun.
Y se usa para cuando se quiere expresar de algo que está presente en exceso. Se usa sustantivo no contable. En los ejemplos. There is too much noise coming from that house. My sister spent too much money buying online. Howard downloaded too much music to his MP3 player. There was too much information about this topic.
That's right. Thank you very much. Do you understand the use of too much? Too much is an excessive amount of something, and it is used with uncountable nouns, things that you cannot count, like noise, money. Remember, you cannot count the money. You count the notes, the bills, the notes, and the coins. Music is not countable. Information is not countable, right? So you use too much when you talk about a noun that it is not countable. Gustavo, thank you very much. Now, Gustavo, can you read too many?
Okay, Miss.
Thank you.
Too many. Significado muchos o muchas. Gramática. Too many, more count. No.
Countable noun, yes.
Countable. Sí. Uso. Para cuando se quiere expresar de algo que está presente en exceso. Se usa sustantivo contable. Example. Too many. There are too many people in the back. John has too many credit cards. There were too many apples in the fridge.
Yes.
I installed too many apps in my smartphone.
That's right. Too much and too many are both used to express an excessive amount of something. Too much is for uncountables, too many for countables. Things that you can count in the example. People, credit cards, apples, apps, all things that you can count. So if we continue with the next part of it, before we start with the book activities, let's think about how to express opinion. It says we need to express our opinions and at the same time show that we are listening, understanding and appreciating the other opinions. If they feel comfortable, they will be more open to our ideas, opinions, and suggestions. Now, here I will show you different ways of doing so in a conversation, but listen to this tip. It is always a good idea to justify your opinions. Don't just say, I agree, I disagree, but say, I agree because I think that, and explain your reasons. So that is something that we expect from you in English 3, that you can use these expressions correctly, make the correct choices of words, and I will say it in Spanish. La idea es que en inglés 3 elijan de manera correcta las palabras que tienen que usar. Por ejemplo, no equivocarse en una entrevista de trabajo y usar to para decir como que es una cosa excesiva, o en una reunión de negocios que algo es excesivo cuando quieren decir muy. When you're expressing opinion, en una reunión, siempre es polite que ustedes como futuros ingenieros comerciales en sus reuniones de negocio sean capaces de considerar la opinión del otro antes de presentar su proyecto, por ejemplo, y escuchar las opiniones de su grupo de trabajo. So let's think about these expressions, but please remember that it is just a list that I created for you, but you don't have to memorize them all. Think about the ones that are easier for you to memorize, and use those ones. If possible, try to have a note or write notes about your favorite ones and the ones that are easier for you to use, the ones that sound better in your case. Like, let me give you this example. When you express opinion, you can talk about your personal opinion or general opinion. If it is personal, the typical ones are, in my opinion, right? You can also say, in my experience, or based in my experience. Speaking for myself is a more formal one. So if you are in a meeting, in a bank, for example, or in a business, you say, speaking for myself, and it sounds more professional. You know, personally, I think, or I strongly believe that if you want to really defend your point, estás en una reunión y tienes que sostener tu proyecto y tu propuesta, entonces tú tienes que decir, yo fuertemente creo que, estoy completamente convencido que esta será la mejor opción. So I strongly believe that. I really feel that. If you ask me, ahí tú estás dando tu opinión sobre otra persona presentando, por ejemplo. If you ask me, in general opinion, you can say, some people say that, ven que es general, many or most people think or believe that, everybody knows that, according to, y ahí pueden citar, ahora yo puse scientists, pero pueden citar a otro compañero, a otro colega, according to the director of the company, or according to the project manager, according to the main engineer of this project, etc. The thing is that, the point is that. Now, also checking if they understand. Si tú estás conversando, te importa que tu audiencia comprenda. Entonces, do you know what I mean? That is quite informal. Do you know what I mean? Más formal decir, does it make sense? Y aún más formal si estás en una reunión, es mejor decir, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. ¿Ya? Ok, vamos a ir practicando esas oraciones. Explaining things better. Cuando tú te das cuenta y, por ejemplo, estás en una reunión y tú dices, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, tú vas y después de eso tú miras a tu audiencia y tú ves que la gente está como media perdida, entonces tú retomas el punto diciendo, what I mean is, what I'm trying to say is that, hoy se me corrió el número 4, va abajo por si acaso. Asking for an opinion. Terminas tu presentación y le quieres pedir la opinión a la audiencia. What's your idea on this project? What's your idea about this? What do you think about it? Do you agree with that? Is that what you think? Si estás de acuerdo, te están a ti pidiendo la opinión, tú dices, of course, you're absolutely right. Yes, I agree. I think so too. That's a very good point. Hay un mal uso de la palabra actually. Se usa de repente mucho para decir actualmente, y eso está súper mal porque eso es un false statement. Pero si tú lo quieres usar y lo usas de manera correcta en una situación formal, this word is very important and very common at the same time. When you want to disagree, for example, politely, or when you want to correct without offending someone, you say, let's see, you say the word actually. Like in this example, for example, they want to start using uniforms in my son's school. What a stupid thing. Well, actually, I think it's a good idea. Social differences won't be so obvious then. So you say, well, actually, and then you give your opinion. It sounds much more polite than saying, what a stupid thing, right? So you say, when you reply to someone's opinion, you say, well, actually, I think, or well, actually, in my opinion, well, actually, speaking for myself. Okay, so Pia, Javiera, Catalina, and I forgot one. Who is
Gustavo.
the one? Gustavo. I knew that I was forgetting one name. I don't know if you understand these expressions, if they make sense for you. Algunas se les hace más familiar. Voy a ir con Pía ahora. Pía, por ejemplo, si estás en una reunión, ¿cuál oración usarías cuál es tu favorita de cada punto? For expressing opinion, por ejemplo, Pía. ¿Cuál usarías tú?
Miss,
Ujú.
Pía se tuvo que salir.
¿No me avisó?
No, se le cerró.
Ya, Catalina, voy contigo entonces. aprovechando,
Ok.
aprovechando tu intervención. Cuéntame, Catalina, si tú miras todos esos puntos, imagínate que estás en una reunión. ¿Dónde sería tu lugar de trabajo de los sueños, por ejemplo?
No
¿Tienes
se me
algún
ocurre
lugar?
en estos momentos.
O piensa en un lugar de trabajo, quizá en un área de la ingeniería comercial donde te gustaría desarrollarte. Em, ponte en esa situación, estás en la reunión en este momento, Catalina, y tienes que presentar tu proyecto de trabajo. ¿Cuáles oraciones ocuparías como las que tendrías siempre debajo de la manga, las que te aprendes de memoria para tu reunión, porque te dicen que esta la tienes que presentar a los japoneses y tiene que ser en inglés?
A mí me gustó esa que era como, si es que me estaba dando a entender bien.
Perfecto. ¿Y cómo la dirías? ¿Cuál de esas del checking if they understand usarías tú?
La Do You Know What I Mean?
Ya. Recuerda que el Do you know what I mean? Para que suene más profesional, porque es informal, tienes que ponerle el do, porque la que es de calle es you know what I mean, y esa es de calle. Pero si yo te recomendaría más en tu reunión que ocupes las que están más a la derechita. I
Ya.
don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, porque hay que adicionar que eres joven, por ejemplo, de repente se usa un lenguaje medio informal, a menos que sea una reunión en WOM, por ejemplo, una empresa como esa, que buscan un lenguaje más informal. Sí, tienes que entender muy bien cómo se maneja ahí la empresa para ocupar con cuidado el lenguaje que vas a usar en la
Ujú.
reunión. Entonces, claro, el do you know what I mean te pega dependiendo de la empresa donde quisieras trabajar. Gracias, Cata. Gustavo, cuéntame, ¿cuál expresión te hace más sentido a ti? ¿Cuál te gustaría utilizar? ¿Cuál quieres usar como tu muletilla de reuniones?
Mm, puede ser, es que, a ver,
De cada punto, ¿hay alguna en especial que te llama la atención?
sí, por ejemplo, en expressing opinion
Ujú.
ocuparía I really feel that,
Ya, bien.
como que es como más, siento que es un poco más formal porque
Sí.
in my opinion o in my experience es como algo como mucho más coloquial.
Sí.
Pero depende, por ejemplo, si es que ahí a lo mejor estoy en una reunión, pero con unos amigos, quizás a lo mejor las dos primeras, in my opinion o in my experience, como que
Ujú.
podría encajar mucho más.
O con gente más como de tu edad, puede ser, que
Claro,
está en una
claro, pero por
reunión.
ejemplo, si estoy así como con personas que tienen un cargo sobre el mío y
Ujú.
necesito hablar con ellos, ocuparía esa, la que I really feel that.
Perfecto.
Y la otra que también me, como, me gustó es como I think, no, perdón, that's a very good point.
That's a
Como,
very good point. Claro, para reforzarle al otro, así como, ya entiendo su punto, es súper buen punto y ahí puedes refutar, ¿no es cierto?
claro, como argumentar en base a lo
Ujú.
que la otra persona me dijo, si es que estamos, por ejemplo, en una reunión de negocio.
Exacto, perfecto. Muy bien argumentado lo que dijo Gustavo. Vamos a ver qué es lo que opina Javiera. Javiera, ¿está ahí?
Sí,
Ya, Javiera, cuéntanos cuáles son las que vas a adoptar
depende.
pensando en tu trabajo.
Sí. O sea, si estoy como muy segura de algo, me gustó como I strongly believe that,
Ujú.
que en ese caso. O si no, eh, ay, no sé cuál más.
Sí, de hecho, I
Eh,
strongly believe that te sirve mucho para cuando tú estás defendiendo tu proyecto.
sí. O
Entonces
por ejemplo,
te tratan de pillar, así es como que si estás con duda, I strongly believe that, y sigues con la oración.
sí. O por ejemplo, I don't know if I am explaining it correctly. Porque
Exactly.
a veces como que uno se tiende a enredar, entonces como para ver si entendiera.
Si te están siguiendo el punto y también
Sí.
te sirve como estrategia para reforzar la idea nuevamente. Entonces lo vuelves a explicar con el, well, I'm trying to say that, y lo vuelves a reforzar y así les queda a tu audiencia esa idea que tú querías para tu proyecto. Súper bien.
Sí.
Excelente. Yes,
yo tengo-
Gustavo.
Es que yo tengo una pregunta con respecto al punto 6, al actually.
Actually.
Sí, que yo, por ejemplo, generalmente digo lo que usted dijo, que como se ocupa mucho de la forma incorrecta. Por ejemplo,
Claro.
I actually, como que yo actualmente, pero eso dijo usted que
Eso
está muy mal. Entonces,
mal. Es
como
currently.
no entendí muy bien cómo se utiliza.
Perfecto, mira. El actualmente, primero vamos con eso. Actualmente se dice currently, que se escribe currently.
Claro, sí.
Currently se refiere para decir el actualmente. Y se usa al principio de una oración comúnmente, así como currently I'm working on this project. Pero actually se utiliza más como de hecho.
Ah, ya.
Entonces, cuando tú estás reforzando tu opinión, por ejemplo, estás diciendo, I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. Actually, what I mean is...
Es
y ahí
como,
te
es
sirve
como, es como un, a ver, como un nexo, por ejemplo, para
Es un
poder,
conector, sí.
un conector, claro, como para fundamentar una idea con otro argumento.
Exacto. Y
Ah,
siempre
perfecto.
queda muy bien al inicio. Y le puedes poner well, or in fact, actually, y actually queda mucho, al principio queda muy bien para reforzar esa conexión de ideas.
Perfecto.
Okay, thank
Gracias,
you very
Nancy.
much for your intervention. It was very valuable. So as you can see, to start the unit, we need to reinforce some issues that were here present for making choices, expressing level of satisfaction, the differentiation between too much and too many, enough, not enough, and of course, the expressions for expressing opinion. Okay, all this is going to be present in your aula virtual after the class recording. Remember that it is Unit 14, number 1, and it is all about choices. Choices that we have to do, for example, and we have to make decisions when we think about the amount of time we have to spend sleeping at night. It is not only about jobs or occupations, but also about the amount of time we need to spend when we sleep. Keep your brain in top condition is the reading title. Your brain needs exercise in the same ways as your body does. But using your brain doesn't need to be hard work. Have a look at these ideas. Let's see some ideas. Try writing backwards or writing with your other hand. This makes new connections in your brain and helps you to get new ideas. The great thinker and artist Leonardo da Vinci Leonardo da Vinci often used mirror writing. So this is one of the techniques that people used to keep the brain exercised. Neuroscientists, they always say that we need to make new synapses in our brain, and this is a good way to do it. So remember, tip number 1, writing backwards or using the other hand. So are you left-handed? Any one of you? Javiera, Catalina, Gustavo, are you left-handed or right-handed for writing?
Right-handed.
Right-handed? Okay, so it is one of the recommendations to help your brain exercise to do something with the left hand. For me, it's extremely difficult. I don't know if it is difficult for you. Is it? Can you write with your left hand?
For me, it's difficult.
For me, it's difficult as well, yes. How about painting with the left hand? Is it difficult?
¿Pintar?
Eh?
No, imposible.
That's impossible. Look, number 2 says, start using new parts of your brain. Take up new hobbies like tennis, chess, or dancing the tango. That is a good recommendation to do a different occupation. 3, sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, you see the example of enough? If you don't get enough sleep, it is negative, not enough. if you don't get enough sleep, it's harder for the brain to do some activities like producing language and new ideas. So sleeping is essential. I know that it is difficult, especially for you in these days with lots of tests and things coming. So, but the idea is that we can get enough sleep. 4, chew gum. These exercises, the hippocampus, are part of the brain that's important for making new memories. Chewing gum. I don't like chewing gum. I don't know about you, but chew gum, some people say and think that it is important for making new memories. 5, ask your brain to do old activities in new ways. So it is mainly to do the same, but in a different form. For example, when you're on a train or a bus, close your eyes and guess where you are by listening. So using other senses to do something that you always do. 6, don't eat too much junk food. And look at this. Don't eat too much junk food. As you remember, we use too much with countables or uncountable nouns. What do you remember with the use of too much?
Uncountable.
Uncountable, very good. That's why we say food, because food is uncountable. It's a general word. So don't eat too much food. And as you can see, too much, it's in a negative sentence because it is something that is excessive, right? So don't eat too much. It's a negative connotation. As we said, we use too with negative connotation. Cholesterol is bad for both your heart and your brain. 7, think young. Experiments have shown that when people start to believe they are old, they act old. Absolutely. 8, play memory games. This keeps your brain young. Games like remembering long list of words can take 10 to 14 years of mental age of older people. 9, learn a new language. This is one of the most difficult things your brain can do. So it's great exercise. It's good for your brain frontal lobes, which usually get smaller with age. So now it is English. I don't know. Do you speak another language apart from a little bit of English and Spanish? Any of you?
No.
No? Okay, so maybe if you could learn another language, thinking about your professional development, what other language, apart from English, of course, do you think can be very useful for you as future commercial engineers? Or you think that English is enough?
For me, Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Um,
Why do you say Portuguese in your case? Why do you think that in your professional development, Portuguese can be useful? Would you like to work in Brazil?
No, es que, bueno, en verdad, por como lo aprendería
Or is it for fun?
por gustos, es que
You feel attracted to the sound of Portuguese?
it's attractive, no sé.
It is attractive.
Sí, es que, ¿lo puedo decir en español?
Yes, of course.
Que el portugués igual es como un idioma, creo yo, que tampoco es como tan difícil de aprender porque igual hay como palabras como que se parecen. Pero,
So it is similar to Spanish and
claro,
it's easier for you to learn if you want to learn a new language.
claro, entonces como que le puede agregar valor al currículum que se va a aprender en un tercer idioma.
Absolutely. More than one is always valuable. And since Portuguese may be easier for you because it's closer to Spanish, that is a good option. So now I understand your point. Very good, Gustavo. And number 10, eat lots of fish. The omega-3 oils in fish, like salmon and tuna, are good for the brain. 11, get enough exercise. The right amount of exercise can give people 30% less chance of developing Alzheimer's. Finally, relax. Too much, and look at this. Then we have the example of too much. Too much stress, remember too much with stress. Stress is uncountable. Too much stress is bad for the brain. The hippocampus is about 14% smaller in people who are always stressed. So it is difficult not to be stressed nowadays, right? So you can try by doing these exercises. Is there any example of much, too much, too many, too, enough, not enough that I didn't mark? ¿Hay alguno que yo no marqué? ¿O los marqué todos los ejemplos que pudimos ver? I think they're all right. Now look at this. Too much, enough, and not enough. Let's complete with this information. Complete sentences 1 to 4 with too much or enough, and then we are going to check. I'm going to give you 1 minute to complete, all right? And then you are going to match 1 to 3 with A to C, all right? Les doy 1 minuto para que hagan esa actividad. Las 1A y 1B. You tell me when you're ready. Okay, so let's see activity 1A. Are you ready with A and B?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
miss.
perfect. If you don't get sleep, it's harder for the brain to do some activities. If you don't get what?
Enough.
Enough.
Enough. Very good. If you don't get enough, Gustavo, the pronunciation is like with letter F. Le parecía la F. Enough. Enough.
Enough.
Excellent. Very good.
Okay, miss. Enough.
Number 2. Todo lo que termina en GH, no todo, porque en inglés, como dice una persona que vi en un TikTok muy bueno, en inglés nada es absoluto, entonces todas las reglas se rompen, pero la mayoría de las veces lo que termina en GH es sonido F, como laugh, enough, ¿ya?
Ah, perfecto. Okay, miss.
Number 2, don't eat junk food.
Too much.
Too much, very good. Don't eat too much junk food. Un error típico del latino en general es que dicen don't eat too much of junk food. No hay que poner el of, ¿ya? Porque de repente uno le tiende a poner más letras en español a las cosas. So don't eat too much junk food. Very good, congratulations. Number 3, get exercise.
Enough.
Enough, very
Enough.
good.
Enough.
Get enough exercise. And that means sufficient. Number 4, stress is bad for the brain.
Too much.
Too much stress because it's uncountable. Very good. And if we go with matching, number 1, enough goes with letter
Sí.
enough means sufficient. So it is not
Ay,
letter
perdón.
C. B, very good.
Que le hice
Enough.
en línea y se me confundió.
Se corrió la línea. Sí. Enough means what you need, exactly. Not enough means, y ahí sí que estaba bien,
Sí.
less than you need. It's letter C. And number 3, too much, is
A.
A, more than you need. Very good. To finish this part, we are going to listen to a conversation between a girl. It's a conversation between a girl called Sue and a person called Dan. One of them doesn't get much sleep, but the other gets a lot of sleep. Now, look at those expressions. Too much sleep or a lot of sleep, not enough sleep. Look at those expressions, all right? Now, let's listen and then identify them and complete the conversation. Please read the conversation first. Do you think you get sleep? No, not at the moment because of the baby. I only slept about 4 hours last night. 4 hours, poor you. That's, what about you? I usually sleep for about 9 hours, probably 10 at the weekend, and I'm always tired. Really? I think that's probably sleep. So listen and complete activity 3, letter A.
Do you think you get enough sleep?
Okay, sorry. And again.
Do you think you get enough sleep?
No, not at the moment. Because of the baby, I only slept about 4 hours last night.
4 hours? Oh, poor you. That's not enough.
What about you?
I usually sleep for about 9 hours, probably 10 at the weekend, and I'm always tired.
Really? I think that's probably too much sleep. I'm sure it's not good if you get too much.
Yeah, you may be right.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. This is the last part.
Yeah, you may be right. It's nice though.
Okay, so that was a conversation. Now, listen again, but this time you're going to complete all the sentences from Sue and Dan.
Do you think you get enough sleep?
No, not at the moment. Because of the baby, I only slept about 4 hours last night.
4 hours? Oh, poor you. That's not enough.
What about you?
I usually sleep for about 9 hours, probably 10 at the weekend, and I'm always tired.
Really? I think that's probably too much sleep. I'm sure it's not good if you get too much.
Yeah, you may be right. It's nice though.
Okay, so the lady gets too much sleep. So what did you put to complete the exercise? The first one about Sue.
Do you think you get enough? Enough?
Exactly. Do you think you get enough sleep?
Enough.
That's right. Then Sue says 4 hours, poor you.
That's not enough.
Exactly, that's not enough. And I think that's probably
Too much sleep.
too much sleep. Very good. So now we are going to listen, and I'm going to ask you to repeat, if possible, to check pronunciation of the words with the stress. Okay, so read the sentences 1 to 5 and repeat them, please.
Track 51.
1.
Do you think you get enough sleep?
You.
Do you think you get? Do you think you get? Perdón.
Try to say them together. Don't worry, Gustavo. It happens. ¿Te fijas que tiene una
Es que hay
curvita ahí?
claro, hay como
Ya,
una
esa
unión.
curvita te dice que las ponga juntas. Get enough. Get enough. Dilo conmigo. Get enough.
Get enough.
Excellent.
Get enough.
Exactly. Ahora vamos juntos.
Okay.
Do you think you get enough sleep?
Do you think you get enough sleep?
Excellent. Y las compañeras se quedaron hablando para adentro para ese día. Pero tímidas con Gustavo. Ya, number 2, ahí todos lo dicen, ¿ya?
Miss,
Yes.
pero esa como E invertida, ¿como qué pronunciación es?
You. Pero no te preocupes porque en los símbolos hay 12 vocales en inglés. Y aprendérselas es más complejo que viéndolas en ejemplos y repitiendo. Entonces, yo más que explicar los símbolos para las pronunciaciones, lo que te está diciendo acá es que no es una U cerrada, no es un do. El do you get es como más aspirada.
Ah, ok.
Pero esa es la explicación que te da ese símbolo. Pero la verdad es que lo que más da éxito probado es harto ensayo y harto escuchar.
Pero Miss, por ejemplo, si yo digo, porque ahí usted dice que es como, la vocal es como más abierta.
Más aspirada.
O sea, más aspirada, perdón.
Sí.
Y si yo digo, do you, o sea, igual se entiende, ¿o no?
Sí, de todas maneras. Lo que pasa es que el inglés es más cortito. Nosotros hacemos las U muy marcadas.
Ah, perfecto.
Igual que los Y, los sonidos Y. Nosotros decimos no sé, los Y son más, a ver, llave. Esto es es casi como hielo. Este sonido de you. Entonces, esos son sonidos súper sutiles, pero que ayudan a hacer algunas diferencias. Y así hay millones de ejemplos.
Claro, pero ahí hay como un nivel de un nivel técnico más
fino.
Claro, más fino.
Hay mucho más fino y millones de ejemplos para separar todas las vocales. Pero lo que más se espera de una persona que no es nativa es que no afecte el mensaje. O sea, yo tengo que entender lo que tú me estás diciendo y no lo tengo que malinterpretar. Si tú lo pronuncias de manera correcta, yo no lo interpreto mal. Y no pienso que es otra cosa, porque a veces la mala pronunciación te puede hacer pensar que estás hablando de otra cosa y ahí afecta la comunicación. Eso es lo que se espera. Por eso escuchen harta música en inglés. Escuchen harto ejemplos. Si pueden tener algún amigo no chileno, también les sirve, porque el oído es el que les va a desarrollar el sonido, más que otra cosa. ¿Vamos con la segunda? Y recuerden tratar de repetir.
2. Not at the moment, because of the baby.
Ok, fíjense. No, pausa. Not at the moment, pausa. Because of the baby. Because of, va juntito. Y no es un off, como sonido como f, es off. Casi como una mezcla entre F y V corta. No, not at the moment, because of the baby. Traten de hacerlo ustedes. 1, 2, 3.
No, not at the moment, because of the baby.
Because of the baby. Ahí trata de hacer todo junto. Because of the baby.
Because of the baby.
Good. Now, let's go with 3.
3.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
That's not enough.
¿En qué nos tenemos que fijar aquí? En este sonido TH, que tiene que ser vibrante. No como, si ustedes se fijan, si yo estuviera en clase con ustedes les mostraría, pero pongan la punta de la lengua debajo de sus dientes de los delanteros. Y ahí vibra. That's not enough. Cuando dicen dedo, en español, dedo, se fijan la punta de su lengua, se pone detrás de estos dientes delanteros, de las paletas conocidas, pero los dientes frontales, y queda como en el paladar cuando dices dedo. Digan dedo y vean la posición de su lengua.
Dedo.
¿Te fijas dónde va? Que al decir dedo, la lengua queda adentro. Por eso, esa es la conciencia que tenemos que hacer para traspasarlo a inglés. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que pasa? Que cuando el latino habla con la TH, que no está en tu músculo de la lengua, tiende a poner la lengua detrás, como en la palabra dedo. Y lo que tiene que hacer es la TH de that's not enough. Y hacer vibrar con la punta de la lengua debajo de los dientes. That's not enough. La TH tiene dos sonidos en inglés. La TH, el sonido vibrante de that, the, this, that. O la TH de sonido como el número 3, three, que es de nuevo debajo de los dientes. No volvemos a poner, la lengua no va detrás como la letra D, va debajo de los dientes, pero esta vez no vibra, sino que libera aire. Three, three, through. ¿Se fijan en esas palabras? Lo importante es que las practiquen. Entonces, si dicen conmigo, repitan conmigo,
The,
que vibre la lengua debajo de los dientes. That.
that,
Bien, ahora digan dedo,
dedo,
día,
día,
y ahora con aire debajo de los dientes, three,
three,
through.
through.
Ya, ¿se fijan? ¿Qué es lo que pasa con la TH? La TH que vibra se asimila a la letra D. La TH que tiene aire se asimila a la letra F y es por eso que el latino la pronuncia mal y dice, por ejemplo, en vez de decir el número 3, dice number free, como de libre, free. Y es three, porque la lengua tiene que ir debajo de los dientes.
three,
¿Se fijan que free tiene los dientes que se acercan al labio de abajo en tu boca? Free. Pero si tú dices el número 3, es la lengua la que va debajo de los dientes. Three, y libera aire. Cuando dices dedo, tu punta de lengua toca el paladar superior atrás de los dientes delanteros. Pero cuando dices that, va debajo de los dientes y vibra. Esas son las principales diferencias que tenemos que hacer para que tu sonido no suene como un latino que habla un mal inglés, sino que suene como un latino que sabe hablar inglés. ¿Ok?
ok,
Vamos con la 4. Y ojo aquí con el ritmo.
4. What about you?
What about you? Ahora ustedes.
what about you?
Super, excellent. And number 5.
5.
And I'm always tired.
Fíjense que se junta. And I'm always tired. And I'm always tired. And I'm always tired. Ahora ustedes.
And I'm always tired.
Excellent. Excellent. Very good. ¿Quién fue la niña que habló junto con Gustavo?
Yo. Javier.
Javiera,
No,
Javiera, súper bien. Te salió muy bien. And I'm always tired. Ojo todos ahí en tired, porque también se tiende a decir tired. ¿Ya? Y vamos a dejar hoy hasta acá la parte de la unidad. Y la próxima clase la vamos a introducir comentando, a ver si recuerdan, how much sleep do you get, how much exercise do you do, how much fish do you eat. Y vamos a refrescar la información que vimos el día de hoy para también el día viernes comenzar a hablar sobre goals, metas que tienen la vida y los planes. Okay, so that is so much for today. And hopefully I'll see you on Friday. You will see the recording and the PowerPoint presentation, Gustavo and Catalina, at the end of the class. Thank you very much for your attendance. Any questions?
No.
No, miss.
No? Okay, thank you very much for your participation today. See you next class.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye.